Good morning. How you all doing? Well, it's morning for me. It's let's see, 3:24 a.m. in Kalkaska, Michigan on I believe it's September 11th. It is 9/11. And I'm here to give you a report. Now this got to give this guy credit here. This is Long Island Audit. All right, that's his YouTube channel name, and so I'm gonna talk about this video he did. I believe it came out yesterday. Yesterday's when I saw it, and this is about the postal inspectors issuing a memo. All right, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. We're going to play the beginning part here, and so I'm just going to let it rip, and then we'll carry on.
All right, guys. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this memo. Let's just get straight into it. So a postal employee sent me this anonymously. This is the memo right here. Let's take a look at it. So it's mandatory stand-up talk. This was issued by the United States Postal Inspection Service. Filming on postal property. And as you could see right here, August 24th, 2022. So this is very recent, just, yesterday. So very, very recent. Recently, we've seen instances of people taking video outside postal service facilities. Some have even filmed inside our lobbies. These videos are posted to social media and attempt to capture our employees in argumentative situations which cast the postal service in a negative light. First of all, my response to this is that you are responsible for your own actions. Your postal employees are responsible for their own actions. I can speak for myself. When I go inside a post office, I'm not agitating anyone. I'm not trying to bother anybody. So if you're going to act that way and you're going to go crazy and go postal, pun intended, that's on you. That's your decision, and that's what you plan on doing. I mean, anyway, but that's just their way of trying to blame, the journalist or the First Amendment auditor for their employees' bad behavior. More than 400 of these videos were posted last year, and about 550 have been posted so far this year. So it's good to know that the United States Postal Inspection Service are counting all these videos that are on YouTube. If you encounter someone filming on postal property, follow these simple steps, the 3 R's, to protect yourself, our customers, and USPS. So that's what this is basically about, right? This is not about to protect themselves or the customers. This is about protecting the image of the United States Postal Service. That's what this is about here, guys. So it's about protecting the image of the United States Postal Service. So, and, up here they say recently, this has been going on for years now. This is a very fresh memo. I've seen other memos that have been, passed around, but this one I confirmed from an actual postal employee, so I know this. I verified this. This is actually legit. But I've seen a memo to this effect. But it's just sad that they have to keep sending out these memos, right? So the first step is to refrain. In other words, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Yeah, I guess that's a smart move. Don't take the bait if there was any bait. Don't go in front of people and start saying, "Don't record me." The goal of these individuals is to elicit a confrontational responses from our employees. No one, retail associates, supervisors, managers, or postmasters should approach these individuals. No one, retail associates, supervisors, managers, or postmasters should approach these individuals. And then it has a bunch of bullet points here. Don't insist they stop filming or state they're violating the law. This is my favorite bullet point. Don't insist they stop filming or state they're violating the law. You know how many post offices I've been in? It's against federal law to film inside of a post office. I hear that all the time. It's, ever since 9/11, I've been told, ever since 9/11, it's considered a terrorist act to film inside of a post office. It's against the law, blah, blah, blah. Even the Postal Inspection Service is telling these people to don't tell anybody to stop recording, and don't state that they're violating the law, because we're not. We're not. And Poster 7 is a law. For those of you who don't know that, Poster 7, the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, that is actually, a federal code. So it is a law. So we're not violating that, right? So for all the trolls out there, and we have a bunch of troll channels out there, you guys know who you are, who talk about Poster 7, rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, that it doesn't give us permission to film in the post office, besides the First Amendment of the United States Constitution giving us the right to film in publicly accessible areas and public spaces. The United States Postal Service, wouldn't they just tell them this is the law enforcement division of the post office? If that was true, if we were violating Poster 7 by filming inside of the post office, wouldn't they have said that here? But anyway, I bet you look dumb now, right? So let's keep going. Don't ask their names or who they represent. Basically, don't ask for press credentials when we say we're independent journalists gathering content for a story, because there's no such thing. Again, there's no such thing as official press credentials. Yes, they exist. I can make them, if I worked for a company, they can make it for you, but there's no such thing. The First Amendment grants us the right of freedom of press. Don't demand they leave the premises. Again, if what we were doing were wrong, right? If filming in publicly accessible areas of the post office was wrong, like all
right. If you want to catch that full audio, that full video, just check out Long Island Audit on YouTube. All right. So, you see, I'm going to be back in the post office with my camera running. And if you've been following along, I've been documenting the corruption in Kalkaska County, in particular in the village of Kalkaska, in those courts, in the prosecutor's office, in the sheriff's office. And I was recently in to the village police to give a report, and Chief Popaw decided to interrupt my interview and boot me out, tell me I am done. And the Constitutional Crusaders were here in Kalkaska several weeks ago, and they were in the post office, and some Karen in there decided to call the village police, who came over and dealt with the situation and educated that Karen that absolutely they have the right to be filming in there. So one thing that I did was I tested the prepaid first class mail, and I did it in the lobby of the village Kalkaska post office, where the United States Postal Service employee facilitated my registered case. Registered. And I walked out of there with a register receipt with a 3806, and they took my mailer and put a sticker on it, $0.00, and processed it across state lines all the way to the Arrest Reward Processing Center in Kingsland, Texas, with a return card. And that return card made it back to me. And I have all of it. And I put it all on the back side of my Americans Notice of Liability. And I did a video on that. So that is a huge upgrade to the Americans Notice of Liability, because I have been recognized as a foreign national to the United States in the jurisdiction of the United States Post Office, the United States Postal Service, the Universal Postal Union, in the jurisdiction of Kalkaska County, in the jurisdiction of the state of Michigan, in the federal jurisdiction before I even walked out the door. And then that registered case got facilitated, and I have all the documentation. And I was back in there to get some supplies, and all of a sudden, I'm being questioned. I'm being interrogated by some Karen in the United States Post Office as a United States Postal Service worker, telling me that they will not process prepaid first class mail, that they stopped doing that in the 70s, and that it's illegal to teach it online, right? And if you've been following along, you know I didn't get into it with her then, but I decided to do a little thinking, and then I put out some videos, and I'm going back. I'm going back, and they're going to answer me, and they're going to do it on camera. And they're going to explain to me a lot of things. They're going to explain to me why they interrogated me, why they threatened me, why they lied to me, and why they're refusing to do their job. They're going to explain to me, since they stopped doing this in the 70s, they're going to explain the register receipt in my hand, the 3806 in my hand, the green card in my hand, and they're going to get served my Americans Notice of Liability before any of this transpires. First trespass, $100,000 charge and a charge of treason. Second trespass, $100,000 charge and charge of treason. Third trespass, $1 million and charge of treason. They want to trespass upon me. It's costly, financially and with their life. So it's up to them. Now they got a memo from the postal inspector. Do not call the police. Do not dial 911. Do not ask me for my credentials. Do not tell me to leave the premises. Do not tell me to stop filming. We're going to go in there and we're going to deal with it. I'm going to show you folks how to straighten out corruption in a county. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to get done. I'm getting ready to take a couple other powerful steps to deal with Village Chief Popaw, Sheriff Pat Whiteford, the prosecuting department, and the courts. Because enough is enough. You see, they think they're doing all this to me. Well, they're not doing it to me alone. They're affecting every one of you. They're affecting their families. They're affecting their loved ones. I have the formulations to provide optimal oral health. But government's not happy about this. And government has been attacking me and anybody who will associate with me, anybody who will engage with me. And that's why not one cannabis attorney the world over will step up, because the bar is behind this shit. And the bar will disbar these bastards, these parasites, if they take my case. But I don't need them to take my case because I am the prosecutor. And I served the arrest warrants on the sheriff, but the sheriff decided not to. So I put the sheriff in court, and the sheriff decided to plead guilty to treason. And Chief Popaw, the village police department, telling me there's no corruption in the village of Kalkaska, and he has no authority over a judge. You see, in the village of Kalkaska, we got the village chief of police, the village manager, telling the world that in the village of Kalkaska, a judge is above the law. How about that? What do you think of that? What do you think of that, huh? In the village of Kalkaska, the chief of police and the village manager says a judge is above the law in his jurisdiction, and there's no corruption in his jurisdiction. And I'm to pack up and get out. All right, I packed up and I got out, but I ain't going away, bro. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it. And you better understand, my Americans Notice of Liability has been served on Kalkaska with orders for it to be disseminated. That sheriff's department was to have contacted you, Chief Popaw, and let you know not to trespass me. But you trespassed me anyways, didn't you, Popaw? You did. You made yourself culpable in conspiracy, oppression, and suppression. And you're going to pay. By God, you are going to pay. All you parasites in Kalkaska are going to pay. Mark my words. I got a few other things I'm going to teach you people. I'm going to teach you how to capture your passport. I'm going to teach you how to create a bond. That's right. You can create your own bond. You don't have to. If these parasites kidnap you and violate your rights, take you to jail instead of taking you to a magistrate, they're going to kidnap you. They need to take you to a magistrate, but no, they kidnap you and take you to jail. Well, we just can't be having this, can we? No, we can't. Absolutely not. So it's going to end. So I'm going to find some unslaved men with balls. They're going to stand with me. It's going to happen. And the mayor of Kalkaska is going to be getting a phone call. That's right. Mayor of Kalkaska is going to be getting a phone call. It'll be a conference call, and it'll all be video and audio recorded. And we'll see if the mayor of the village of Kalkaska, who has authority over the chief of police, over the sheriff, over the prosecutor, we'll see if the mayor of the village of Kalkaska decides that the mayor wants to be culpable. I want to tear it down. All right, everybody. Now, if you want to support me, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, hit that notification bell, because I'm getting close to being able to monetize here on YouTube. I got to have 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I got 787. I need 213 more subscribers. I need 4,000 watch hours. I got a little over 2,800 watch hours. That's got to be within a 12-month period. So every month that passes, the previous month's going to fall off. Now you can help me out just by clicking on my videos and letting them play. You don't even have to listen to them. You listen to them once, you can just play them. Get me them watch hours so I get monetized. Because most of y'all are so spineless, you can't give me a thumbs up. You can't make a comment, and you can't donate $1. I need them dollars because this oppression and this suppression is absolutely crippling. I'm a businessman. I can't go into business. I got no money. Nobody will loan me any money. Nobody will back me because they think government's going to come in and just tear it all down. Nobody will take my intellectual property and license with me. Nobody in the cannabis business will license with me the world over. They shut down the banking on this Canadian Jamaican group. They had 16 million in private investment. The United States government decided to freeze their bank accounts shortly after they committed to me. Oh, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. So, if you can support me, give me a thumbs up. Put a comment in the video. Hit that notification bell. That all helps the algorithms. Help me get some watch hours. Share my videos around. And if you can support me with $1, I could use it. Donation, large or small, be very much appreciated. It's needed. Is there anything else I want to say right now? Probably a lot, but I'm going to keep this video short. I just wanted you. Oh, actually, there is more. Okay. You see, processing prepaid first class mail gets you recognized as a foreign national to the United States. That means you have diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity. And this is very easy to accomplish. But the United States Postal Service is trying to deny you of your rights. They're refusing to do their job. They are intentionally trespassing upon us. So they're going to get the Americans Notice of Liability. It'll be recorded audio, video. They have been instructed by the postal inspector not to tell me to leave the premises, not to tell me to stop recording, and not to ask me who I am. Well, I'm going to make it perfectly clear who I am, why I'm there, and what I'm doing. And they're going to have to explain their actions, their threats, and their refusal to do their job. And I'm not leaving until I get answers. And they've been ordered not to call the police. Unless, of course, there's a threat of violence, which I'm not going to be there threatening any violence. I'm not going to be there being violent. So that's how that's going to be. So this is something that's really simple, really easy to own your authority, and extremely powerful. Now, that Americans Notice of Liability is free for you. It's on the services page of my website, oralhealthwithcannabis.com. That's CANNABIS. And you can find that in the description of this video, along with a PayPal and Cash App. If you so decide, you can buy me a coffee. Or maybe you want to buy me a car. A donation, large or small, they're welcome and needed. The other thing that you can start doing is owning your authority with your right to travel. And if you think that this is not true, you're wrong. You got the right to travel. If you're not in commerce, you don't need a registration. You don't need a plate. You don't need a driver's license. You don't need an ID. You don't. All you need is your mode of transportation and you. Just remember, you're not driving, you're traveling. You don't have a passenger, you have guests. You don't have a DOT number on your vehicle. In Michigan, if you're a licensed builder, you got to put a DOT number on your work truck. If you're a licensed electrician, licensed plumber, You got to put a DOT number on your work vehicle. Well, if you're not in commerce, you don't have a DOT number on your vehicle, do you now? No, you don't. You got the right to travel. You got the right to privacy. You got the right to defend yourself. So own your authority, people. And remember, I'm fighting for you because I love you and you deserve it. Well, that's my report for now. I'll be back soon. You can guarantee on it. You can guarantee it. You can bank on it. All right, everybody. Much love. Have a great day.